stage, it is Nicholas Hylander. Nicholas Hylander, let him hear it!
You need to polish your Yiddish a bissel. So you met my shikta, she just walked off. Anyways, I see, well, first of all, it's great to be back here in Hotel Cafe. Great to be back. In fact, I see some returning faces over here, but no refunds from last show. Okay? Now, let's start with a story, okay? Because in Yiddish, everything is a maise, everything is a story. And they say, es ist nicht so poshut zu sein a Yid. It's not easy to be a Jew. If you want, laugh at, no, but, lach avek, laugh away. If you want me to prove it to you, you see that old Jewish couple over there? Raise your hand. They're in their 20s. And look at me. You know. Okay, so, and there's a lot of pressure, tremendous pressure being a Jew. You know, yeah. I'll tell you, but my family always asks me, well, what did you accomplish? What have you done? What do you have achieved? What did you achieve in life? You're 29. And I say, gar nicht, nothing. Aside of getting married 4 times. And finding a bride in Judaism is nicht a Kleinigkeit. It's not a light matter, especially when you see those Zaftik ladies. So being married is a big deal. And in fact, you know, when you're in Judaism, you're born running. You know, I barely healed from my breasts and they already go to find me a bride. It's a mishigas. You know, just to illustrate the matter, I'll give you an example in current politics that's going on. There's a big controversy about abortion. When do you kill the baby? Is it the conception? Is it the 3rd week? A second? When is it considered a human being? In Judaism, it's simple. A fetus is not considered a human being until it graduates medical school. Dos is dos. If he's retarded, law school. Can you imagine the pressure I'm going through? I'm 29 and I didn't even do anything. I'm not even my first paycheck. So I said, at least I'll do the marriage thing. So at age, when I was 18, people say, no, he's still single. Maybe people start suspecting. Maybe nothing's all there. It's a little shtickle. And, one lady told my mom, he says, your son, you noticed when he walks, he sways a little feminine. Do you think he's a fegel? And with all these suspicions, I felt the pressure under my pants, like fire between my legs. I said, I gotta get married. So I set off to find a woman. Man, I couldn't find a decent girl in this country. I've been looking up and down, Iber, Harum, everywhere, couldn't find. So I shipped my wife from Sweden. There must have been a mistake because what I got happened to be a Latina from Chile. Out of all the blondes, right? Which happens to be my taste. It was great, but it wasn't an easy task. It wasn't an easy task. 5 years, we had a long-distance relationship. She lived there in Sweden, I lived here. Life was beautiful. But then she moved in. And we didn't have time to kill. She had 3 months before her visa expired. So I had to get married legally. And was schneller, was besser. We had to do it the sooner the better. We got into the court and we had to do the whole spiel to make it look legit marriage. So we were pretending to be love doves and we were holding hands and we were necking and kissing and schmutzing and all that. and the judge bought it. He said, oh, looks like a nice Jewish couple. So, or looks more Mexican couple, I think. and he said, okay, let's consummate the marriage. Now, I told baby, listen, this is not the real marriage. This is just legal. It's like, why? But it's romantic. It's a marriage. I say, no, because I don't feel right. I feel I'm no shape to get married. I'm too fat. This can't be real. I had this, what you call a kachkele boichel over here. It means a duck belly in Yiddish. And I had the extra flunken lingering over here from the stew. And bichlal, my toches. You know what the toches says? Everybody knows it was so zuftig. I was standing like this under that canopy and the judge was feeling uncomfortable. And I'm telling you, between my wife's breast and my ass, everyone was sure that a lesbian wedding. But it's legal now, huh? So they passed us, we got married. I say, okay, baby, let's have another marriage. Doesn't count. So we said, you know what, we did the legal, let's do the religious one. So we went to New York, where my mom lives in New York, that's where I get the accent from. And we said, we'll do it there, where all the Yiddelach roam free, you know. And we do the wedding. Now, it was Orthodox, so the rabbi said, well, you know, in the wedding you have to be pure, you should toivel in the mikveh. It means you need to immerse yourself in the holy water. You need to go. So Natalie's not used to, she wasn't used to it, you know, she was nuding with women she's never met before. And now she's lesbian. Well, not exactly, I'm kidding, but she did say it was her most memorable bachelorette party. Now, fast forward, we said, okay, now let's have a fun wedding. We did the religious, we did the legal, let's have a fun wedding. So we decided we're gonna do a destination wedding in the homeland, in the motherland, in the Holy Land, in Israel. And so, but before that we wanted to do something for the local people, so we had, you know, the Mexicans, Chinese, and then the Persians came in and we didn't even invite them. I mean, we wanted to have food left over. And sure enough, after 20 years, we never even seen these neighbors, they start filing in with the Tupperwares, which they never returned back from the previous event we had at home. But anyways, it was not a good marriage either. I was fatter than the previous one. I was in no shape. My wife called me in Swedish Nalle Puh, which means Winnie the Pooh. Because my face was like this, like a big fat thing. All I was lacking was a jar of honey. My ass was already sticking out, and I'm good for the role. So, and in fact, we didn't even hire a photographer. We wanted no memory of the marriage or my shape at the time. So we decided, let's go to Israel and have a richtige wedding, a nice chasne. So we said we have a year in advance, let's get fit. So we booked, we got a nice, beautiful place. We arrived there, and sure enough, I wouldn't say we arrived fit, but let's just say fitter. You know, Nalle Puh was out of sight, at least. But the problem is we came a week too early. We wanted to adjust with the time, but the food was great in Israel. Comes the day of the wedding, and I'm looking at the mirror, and I'm plotting. I'm like, oi, Gott im Himmel, where's my jawline? What? But the cameraman is here, we're gonna get pictures here. I was so stressed. I was running all over the place, and my wife put all the responsibilities of me. While she's there in the spa getting her nails done and massage, putzen sich azoi wie a goldene Pave. She's barbing herself like a golden peacock. You know, showing around, showing all her friends, yeah, it's my wedding. And I'm like schwitzing, going up and down, and the rabbi, and the money, and the friend, and everything is going. And my family come to greet me, say, oh, we haven't seen her, just get away from me, I don't know, I'm not fat, I don't know, where's my shot, I need a coffee. And then this is all going at the same time. And finally, I locked everyone, I go in my room, and I try to think for myself. Something I haven't done for 6 years since I've been married. And you know what myself thinks? I gotta get out of here. I never even wanted to get married in the first place. I don't even remember getting engaged. Everything she made it happen. So I was getting ready. And just as soon as I was determined to make a break for it, my wife found me. And I'm no match. I'm a small guy, you know. Didn't have a choice. So we got married. A beautiful wedding. Let's fast forward. I come back to LA and meet them all. One day, 2 days, like a few weeks after, I look at my baby, my darling, my wife, and I'm noticing, she lost it. She's looking, she's the fattest she's ever been. I'm like, honey, have you been doing something? So she told me, I've been doing this diet, and I'm now doing this soul cycle thing, and this and that. I'm working out. I'm like, Now you lose weight. What have you been doing in the past 6 years? We already paid for the wedding with $30,000. We got our pictures done. This is our final, well, I guess not our final wedding anymore. But now you lose it. What's the point? It's water over the dam. I told her, you know what, baby? Forget about it. Gehendik with the tinies. I told her, just es Gesundheit. Eat for your heart's delight. And you know what? She does. So come meet us after the show. Thank you. That's my little bit for tonight. Shkoyach.